Hey, what's up guys? BriarRabbit here, and I'm having a little fun playing some free-for-all. Oh man, I gotta tell you though, I got really pissed at this game today. I don't know, well I do know, right? I know what I was doing wrong, but I felt like this game was absolutely crapping on my shoes all day. Every time I saw somebody in an even gunfight, I just lost. Every time like I tried to turn on somebody, I lost. Every time somebody like was 90 degrees or less to me, like it was a turn-onable situation, I lost. Every time. I just thought the lag was bad. You know, the lag can only be so good, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's that bad in this game. You know, it's a playable game. Yes, if you're host, you have a huge advantage. If you're not host, you are going to often find that you're losing gunfights to the host. But I don't find it that it's that bad. Usually it's an acceptable amount of lag. But man, I was losing every gunfight, everyone. And I kind of figured it out, right? Is I was just too amped. I was running around with like a chicken with its head cut off. I was just all over the place. I wasn't setting up my game, my battles at all. I don't know how I win this. Watch this. Over his head. He must have been reloading. That was terrible. I had no right winning that. But, you know, I was just all over the place. I wasn't setting up my gunfights. I was just running into areas where I thought the enemies might be, and then I'd set up and try and win a gunfight where these guys were already set up with a head glitch. You know, I'm not going to win that gunfight. You're an idiot. So I found out, you know, I really looked at myself. I had to slow it down. I had to relax a little bit. And this is like kind of the first game I got where, yeah, I slowed it down a little bit. I still had some room for improvement, but I felt like it was like the difference, the first half of this game and the second half of this game. The first half, I'm running around like an idiot. Second half, I'm playing it a lot safer. I'm using an assault rifle, for God's sakes, not a submachine gun or a shotgun. So you gotta, you know, keep your enemy at bay a little bit. So, you know, I don't think I was camping, but I was setting up my engagements a little smarter. I was staying back. I was keeping that range between me and my enemies, and it ended up really working out for me. You see that I'm behind for a large portion of this game. I make a comeback toward the end. I'll let you see if I win or not. That'll be a surprise for the end. But you know, it was just it was a night and day difference. And then for the rest of the day, I just kind of played that way, and I've had a lot more success. My KD ratio went up. I was winning more free-for-alls. I was doing better in kill confirmed. I was doing better in team deathmatch. It was a huge difference. It's just slowing it down. You know, bringing my own pace to the game, not allowing the game to make me. Oh my God! Did you see that guy? He made not a single noise coming into that room. Not a noise. For those of you guys who don't know, I use Triton 720s as a gaming headset, and in the past, in Black Ops, in Modern Warfare 3, in Modern Warfare 2, I could hear that guy coming. You know, you definitely hear a guy coming from behind your back, especially in an area like that where it was quiet. I did not hear a sound, not a little tiny sound to clue me into that there's a guy coming up behind me. He had time to switch guns and shoot me in the back of the head with an executioner. I'll tell you, I think that's how people are getting their executioners cold, right? Is that they can just sneak up right behind somebody who's looking out a window or doorway and switch their weapon, blast them in the head, and move on with their day. I'll tell you, I have mad respect for anybody who's got that gun gold, though, because that is a tough gun to use. I see some people running around with dual wielding. That seems to work a little better, but it is a crappy gun. The range is so short, and the shot pattern is so random. It's so hard to rely on that for a kill. It's a tough gun to use, and people have it gold though, so mad props to them. What am I gonna say? So yeah, here's where I start kind of slowing it down a little bit. I start using this corner to my advantage. I think I stuck in this corner for a little bit too long, because with the revenge spawn system is you'll probably kill this guy, you know, 2 or 3 times, and he's gonna know you're there. He's gonna know you're using this to your advantage, and he's gonna figure out a way to get you out of there. You know, there's just nothing you can do about that. But you know, moving around a little bit, but using locations to your advantage, really holding down an area. I'm not talking about camping in a dark corner. I'm just talking about, you know, claiming an area as your own, using it to your advantage, knowing where the spawns are so that you know where guys are going to be spawning and coming from. It makes a big difference. And that area, you know, you spawn there for a lot of games, so you really know the spawns pretty well. So it's a pretty easy area to kind of know. Plus, you got a ton of cover from both sides. You know, it's a good little area, this part of the map. I think it's a lot easier to hold down than the area over by the helicopters, where that big ramp is that you always see the snipers. I find that's a very hard area to hold down. There's a lot of entry points. It's very, very difficult to know where people are coming from at any point in time. So, yeah, you know, I'm back into the game. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'll tell you, you know, some days you're just not in a good place, right? You're just too amped to play this game, and it makes it tough to do well. You know, if you just want to cause mass destruction, it's good to blow off steam. But if you're trying to do well, or, you know, I don't know, get a gameplay good enough to post on the internet, you know, it can be frustrating if you're not in a good place. You know, you got to kind of use that Zen mastery, you know, to kind of calm yourself down and be good. I'm not saying I'm a Zen master. I don't know, that was a term that kind of popped in my head. I don't even know where it came from, but whatever. Just sometimes it really pays off to just relax just a little bit. Really slow the game down. Use cover to your advantage. Use the environment to your advantage. Running around, rushing. You can see guys doing it, but I can tell you, in all honesty, you're not going to see a guy rush on every map all the time and be successful all the time unless he's one of the best players in the world. For us normal folk, you know, we have to play a little smarter. We have to sit back a little bit. And I'm not saying camp out in the corner. Just sit there on one head glitching spot for the whole game. What I'm saying is, you know, use the environment to your advantage. Run from cover to cover. You know, lock down an area of the map. Make sure there's no enemies there. If you're not getting enough traffic there, move on to the next area. But now you know that area behind you is relatively, you know, enemy free. You know, you can really use the map to your advantage. You can use the environment to your advantage. And if you just slow down your gameplay a little bit, you'll find that you really win those gunfights more often because you're ready for them. You're not just rushing blindly around a corner and getting surprised by a sniper or you know, a guy with a SMG or a shotgun that's just sitting there waiting for you. It makes a big difference in the long run. Oh, so getting back to the I can't hear anything in this game. I've been playing with awareness a little bit lately. I cannot hear a measurable effect playing with that. Like, it seems like a completely wasted perk. Can you guys notice any difference? I checked out a Drifter's video on it. I think it was Drifter, and you know, he was able to see a small difference, but I really couldn't hear anything that I couldn't hear without awareness. It was really, I really felt like it was a completely wasted perk. And I think is it called Dead Silence in this game? I think it's called Dead Silence. You know, if awareness doesn't mean anything, then Dead Silence doesn't mean anything. So that's basically 2 wasted perks. I don't know. Like, I hope they fix the sound in this new patch coming out. I guess there's going to be some gun balancing changes, and that should be good. We'll see some, you know, obviously the new gun, the new maps, but I'd really like to see them fix the sound in this game. You know, a lot of people talk about that super crunch setting in your sound settings. It didn't really help me that much. I still can't hear, like that guy with the executioner. I just can't hear people running around like I used to be able to. And yeah, sure, it's an advantage for people who have headsets, but I mean, anybody can get a headset. They don't cost that much. I mean, it makes the game that much better, I think. So that's pretty much the game. You can see I won. I think the final tally is 30-13. Not an awesome gameplay, but again, I started off pretty slowly. This was a kind of a crappy ending there. But I did shoot him with my pink gun, with my BR. What do you guys think about the emblem? I think I got to change it up. So I wanted to say, in case you missed any of these videos, on the left side of the screen, you'll see a video of me doing the Elgato Game Capture HD review. And on the right-hand side, I have a discussion about score streaks. So check these out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.